Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, all praises and the honors due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, wa Malak Yahushai. Secondly, this is Brother Yardan, WFI Detroit, coming back at you with yet another Cold Cup. Today in this Cold Cup, we're going to be diving into this article. No, we won't read the entire article, but more so get the crux of it. In other words, the important parts. So as you can see, 28 girls hospitalized after using Ouija board at school. So let's dive into it. 28 girls have been hospitalized after allegedly playing with an Ouija board in school. The students were rushed to hospital after losing consciousness at school. The schoolgirls were admitted with signs of fainting, anxiety, and other symptoms. In other words, those spirits was beating their ass to the point where they actually passed out. That's literally what happened. Those spirits was roughing them girls up. The school's directors and concerned teachers accompany the students to the hospital. So, I mean, that's what you get for messing with the things on the left-hand side. You put in your hand towards wickedness. And what's the outcome? A death or judgment. And judgment isn't always death. Judgment can be whatever fit in the eyes of the Lord. So if he wants to plague you with spirits and demons, and that's judgment, that's fit in the eyes of the Lord. So let's jump down. Directors and teachers accompany the students during the evaluation process. The respective parents and or guardians were informed of the situation at the time. The school is waiting for the medical reports before providing an update of the incident. Torres also pointed out that the first two hospitalized students have underlying medical conditions. He clarified, the school is waiting for the medical diagnosis to provide further reliable information. The Educational Institute also respectfully asks citizens to refrain from making early judgments and diagnoses of their own. I mean, we're going to make our diagnosis. I mean, we've seen enough folly in this world to understand, what's what. We've seen a lot of things and read a lot of things to sharply discern what's judgment, what's spirits, what are angels, so on and so forth. So let's jump down. I believe this is what I want. Many parents believe the children have been using Ouija boards in class. One mother complained, I work in a hospital kiosk, and every day I see 3 or 4 children arrive after fainting. Parents, you have to move. Investigate what's happening at school because our children cannot continue in this situation. Our children always have a good breakfast, and it cannot be said that what's happening is due to the lack of food. I mean, that's facts. It's not the lack of food. It's not, staying up all night. It's not playing video games. It's not watching the movie marathon. It's not overstudying. This is spirits. Now, for those who may not know what a Ouija board is, we're going to pull it up for you. Even when I was in the world, I never wanted to mess with this wickedness. It's just my spirit wasn't connecting to it. I knew it was strange and it was folly. So here we see a Ouija board. Now this device is used to conjure up the so-called dead and or speak to spirits. What is the meaning of Ouija? Charles Kennard, the founder of Kennard Novelty Company, which manufactured Fold's talking boards and where Fold had worked as a varnisher, claimed he learned the name Ouija from the using the board, that it was an ancient Egyptian word meaning good luck. Wow. I mean, there's nothing new under the sun. That's plain upon tables. It means good luck in Egyptian. Wow. You can't make this stuff up. So here we are 1,000 years later plus, practicing the same customs and ordinances of those Egyptians. What did the Lord tell us in Leviticus, the 13th chapter? We'll get it. We'll get it. It's like the 18th chapter. Let's just get it now. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shalt ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, ye shall not, ye, it's like ye shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. So if you know someone, or perhaps you may even do it, if you're participating in the Ouija boards and you think it's harmless, there's nothing bad about it, oh no, you just been over righteous, hey, you're off. Because now you're dealing with familiar spirits. And the Lord warned us about that. This is Deuteronomy 18:10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord doth drive them out from before thee. And it said, Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God. So we have to be perfect. And one way to be perfect with the Lord our God is to abandon seeking out familiar spirits and one that observes times, or an enchanter. So, of course, in our article, it speaks about the Ouija board, but now we're going to touch on the people that read palms. It just slipped my mind. Those palm readers. They also deal with enchantments and divination. You got the tarot card readings. You got the astrology. Look in the stars. Your future is written in the stars. Look up and kiss your fist. That's off. That's a wicked thing in the eyes of the Lord. So the Lord even said, burn a witch. So I don't intend for this to be an hour-long breakdown, but more so Israel to see the judgment of the Lord. And judgment doesn't always mean death. Again, judgment is anything that's fit in the eyes of the Lord, that seems perfect in the eyes of the Lord. And so, in this particular case, he sent spirits to beat their ass. And that's their judgment. That's perfect and fit in the eyes of the Lord. So, Israel, again, if you just so happen to be having a hard time with Ouija boards or seeking familiar spirits, you read in your horoscope, not only is that worshiping another God, but, you're dealing with demons. You're literally dealing with demons. And the Lord's going to give you over to that madness and that folly. So if you want demons, the Lord's going to give you some. So let's bring out Colossians chapter 2, verse 20. Wherefore, if ye be dead with Mashiach from the rudiments of the world, why as though living in the world are ye subject to ordinances? Right? You're subject to these strange ordinances and eating of that strange fruit. Right? And it says, touch not, taste not, handle not. So you shouldn't be touching these other idols. And if you touching them, and if you touching these wicked things, hey, burn them according to the law. Burn them according to Deuteronomy 7:25. If you tasting, in other words, hearing and digesting with your ears what these strange people have to say, hey, don't taste those words. Spit it out. And of course, handle not. So let's bring that out. Let's get a few more. What's that in Job 11:14? If iniquity be in thine hand, put it far from, it's like you put it far away. and let not wickedness dwell in thy tabernacle. So, so like it said in Colossians, touch not, you know? So don't touch these wicked things. So let's get another one. Let's get two more. I believe that was 12 and 7. Might be Job 33. Where is that? 12 and 11. Doth not the ears try words and the mouth taste meat? And this again ties right back up to Colossians, the 2nd chapter, 21. Taste not. You even have to kind of hear the words of Ouija boards and things on the left hand side for you to think and kind of meditate and wonder, is it really that bad? Maybe. And you doing a pros and cons list. Brother, it's off. You don't need to taste that. There's nothing appetizing about Ouija boards, spirits, and demons. So taste not and handle not. So, I'll continue to read on. Which all are to perish with the using after the commandments of, it's like that was it on that. So, Abba Ratazah Israel's been edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Washai, and understand the judgment of the Lord and how great and terrible he is. The Lord's not messing around. The Lord plagued 28 girls. This should be trending worldwide. 28? It's like, yeah. That is a lot. She's passed out. They got spirits on them. Demons. And now, if that's one of the girls, he got a demon on him. Damn, 28 cases. Hey, so, that's judgment. So with that, I'm a bit Israel Shalom.